Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Yoko from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm coming live to you from not Fukuoka. This is in Tokyo. I'm in Tokyo right now. So from Tokyo to you. I don't even know what I like. I hadn't decided what I was gonna say as a greeting, but hello. I'm hoping that you can hear me, let me see. Okay, you guys are here. Bimu, Kanang, and Waylon, and Crypto Fox Mulder. Yeah. Yo. Can you hear and everything? I do have my phone as a camera, but decided not to show everything, Yeah. Oh, Ohio. Cool that you can see from Twitter. Yes, as what can I show you this? Oh yay, you can see your comment here. So yeah, as Paul Garcia said, Trump will recover from the CCP virus. Yes, I'm really hoping that he will soon. I just actually watched his new video for everyone, especially meant for American people, but he posted a video on Twitter. It was about 2 hours ago, and I watched it. It's 4 minutes long. Excuse me. I forgot to drink beforehand. So yeah, 4 minutes long. He's speaking like so well, and my impression of that video, like the new Trump video on Twitter, my impression was that he speaks way better than Biden does when he's not even sick. He's so conscious and he can put together everything. Usually when we get a cold or something, when we get sick, our brain doesn't function that well. So it was really relieving to see that he is doing well. Like he means it when he posts, So let's see your comments. Where? Oh yeah, Bahamut. Hey Yoko, earlier. Wait, this one. Hey Yoko, earlier live stream than expected. Pretty damn mine, alright. I'm so sorry. We have to check out from this place in an hour and a half, and also we have to hurry to the airport. Like we're flying back soon to Fukuoka from Tokyo. So and we thought about using the Wi-Fi at airport or renting one, but we are not sure of the Wi-Fi situation. So this place, like, it's just a hotel name, but oh well. So this place has Wi-Fi, so we decided to use this. Are you coughing? I'm not really. So next week, I'll come live again at 11 p.m. EST, so like usual time. I'm on a trip right now in Tokyo, so that's why it's early. I didn't want to mess up the timing, but this short notice, I know. Okay, let's get on today's Q&A. This is a Q&A session, so you can ask me any question. Hopefully, I don't know, about Trump, or we actually protested yesterday, and of course we had our event on the 1st of this month, on the day that China was established. So maybe along the side, along that. And let's read this. Zachary says, just saw the president's short speech from the hospital. No problem breathing, no problem speaking, did not lose his sense of humor. The president looked great. Yes, I agree. That's the same impression that I had of him. So that's great. Trump will recover because we need him for another 4 years. Yes, and it's not just American people; it's all Asians here that we are suffering from communist China's threat, and we spent a lot of time together with those people like activists from those nation states that are oppressed by CCP right now, like Tibet, those who from Tibet, Uyghur, Southern Mongolia, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and even Cambodia and South Koreans and so on. And we are all fighting against China together, like communist China. Even there were even Chinese Democrats. It's not like Democrats, it's not like a party or anything. That there are lots of Chinese people that want democracy in China, and we are working closely with them, like as a team. So, and we kept saying that we are really thankful for the policies that America is taking right now. Trump administration is doing such a great job handling it, CCP. Even though we even wish that America would go even stronger, like all we can do is cooperate with the states that like Asian nations don't have much power, or like we have restrictions, but we are in this together. So and just the other day, of course, we heard about President Trump getting COVID, and instantly, like, it's not just us Japanese, but all these people from other nation states were saying like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Like, if, what if? But we don't want to think about it. But that's how much we hate Biden, like we are really anxious about Biden. So sorry, I screamed a lot in the protest yesterday, and my throat is kind of sore or whatever. Okay. Do I have water? 水ある？ちっちゃい水をください。いや、コップじゃなくて。ボトルでちょうだい。それ、そのままでいいからちょうだい。はい。見せた方がいいかな。Sorry, guys. It's like my condition. Okay, this is water, not sake, okay? So, let's see. What are your views on that Chinese spy who worked in the New York Police Department? I'm scared and concerned. チベットのことかな? What Chinese spy? Is it is the Tibetan one? Oh. So the Tibetan who had the American citizenship, or nationality, was working for CCP, and that shows that there are many spies like the person. So it's the hard part. Like see, I was posting on Twitter and Facebook that I was having all these political events here in Tokyo with all these people from other nation states, those who are dealing with China. And we believe that they are friends, but there are lots of spies mingled even among us. So we really need to be careful. So just because someone is from a certain place doesn't mean that they're automatically your allies or friends. You always have to be kind of suspicious, and leave the room for all kinds of scenarios. So that's what I think. But yeah, for that though, that the news though, it shows that we really need to, like, I think that, I don't know how it can work, but I'm hoping that some kind of authority comes in and check all the backgrounds and so on more often. Okay. Angry Yoko. Was I angry somewhere? Interesting. Yes, but China is the factory of the world. We need to rely, right? Way less on China. Yes, I agree. We need to shift our bring back all our factories to each of our countries. Yeah, but it's easy to say, but even just to withdraw all these factories back to your country, it costs a lot, and that's why many companies are struggling. So I think that each government should help them with that. Let's see. Does Japan have any news networks like Fox News? I hope everything goes well dealing with the COVID thing in Japan. Oh, thank you. Do we have any news networks like Fox? Fox News みたいな。
保守的なニュースがあるかってこと。
Not among the mainstream media. It kind of depends on the program, though. Fundamentally, the Japanese media is left biased. It's just, the byproduct of our history, like losing the war, like in post-war regime, we're suffering from that left bias. But some programs, even on like super liberal station, like TV Asahi, they have good shows. And so we can't really judge each channel or station, I think. So yeah, it's not like I can say like, oh, watch this thing or that. Yeah, I think I need to let you know like which program is good and so on, maybe. Okay. Let's see. Let me see. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to read. Let's read this one. Has Suga wished Trump well on his health? Kim Jong-un did. I know you know it because it became the news there. Ours did too. Our Prime Minister Suga actually tweeted in English on Twitter, so I was impressed. Of course, it's not him. It's, he writes the Japanese part and then somebody translated that for him and put on Twitter probably, but it was still a good thing. I think it's a good, friendly manner or whatever. It's interesting how, the world leaders today use Twitter, and it's, I'm thinking that, President Trump was the trendsetter, that he started it first, kind of. Like, Obama was doing it too, but not in the way that President Trump is doing. And now the world leaders today, or even like, for you Congress members and for us, it's National Diet members, like our leaders are using Twitter. And yeah, but anyway, our Prime Minister just, showed the concern and that he hopes that President Trump will get better soon. And also Shinzo Abe, our former Prime Minister, wrote something about him too as a friend. So yeah, we are showing concerns, and a lot of conservative people are really, not only conservatives, we are really, hoping for President Trump to get better, like soon, very soon. I wish that you guys could read all these tweets and everything that we are writing. Is Suga, our Prime Minister, as anti-communist as Abe? We have no idea. Because he doesn't talk about that sort of stuff. He's more of a structure guy, like a social structure. So he is fixing how the system works and so on, and he's fighting against the vested interests. And so like we are having a social reform, and that's the slogan, like about there. I don't know the exact words, but it's about reforming our system. So that's what he's working on, and he doesn't really talk about all this strategy like diplomacy or all this war in the world and so on. So I can't say. But our current administration, of course, is the continuation of former Abe administration. So it's probably on the same line, especially coming from the same party. So yes, that's what I think. Have you thought about becoming an interpreter for Japanese politicians? It has crossed my mind, like, oh, what if I could be that? But I'm like, no way. Like, politics includes not just English translation, but political translation. So yeah, and plus all this political term and everything, it's really like, I don't know how people learn. Like, I don't know how that is possible to, translate all this political thing. Like of course now I'm speaking in English, my second language, and I'm looking for translation, and yeah, I don't know how people do that. I'm more of I can translate my husband very well because I know how he thinks and the viewpoints that he has and so on, and what he's trying to say. Like, especially because I'm his wife, I know him very well. So that's why I can do with him, but I don't think I could do that with other people. Okay, now. Okay. Jessica asks, Ohayo Yoko-san, as far as Japanese news networks go, what do you think about WBS? My partner watches that one. He is a Japanese conservative, but I wonder if WBS is neutral, conservative, or left. WBS? Is that?
ワールドビジネスサテライト。
だよね。
見てないからわからない。
My husband just said that we don't watch it, so we don't know. But it's more of an economy business one. So it's I guess it's pretty neutral, we are guessing, but or it's not neutral, it's just not much political. Maybe it's more of a
政治ニュースもあるけど、コンサバティブのニュースはないって。コンサバティブの番組だけどニュースはない。
Okay, so
だからニュートラルかレフトしかない。多分ニュートラルだよ。
Okay, my husband just said that. Okay, so WBS is probably neutral, but the thing in Japan is that we don't have any conservative media, like news on TV. We don't have conservative stations, and what we have is either liberal or neutral. So yes, and there are conservative TV programs, but not stations, TV stations, if that makes sense. Okay. Beans. Okay. Recently, Japanese YouTuber streamer got in trouble with their company for mentioning Taiwan. How much influence does China have in Japan media? Oh, there was such a thing. Yeah, there are lots of cases that people talk about, like Taiwan. It's just like, Japanese people think of Taiwan as Taiwan, and when we say that, it goes against one China policy, or I mean not policy, like China. Like China thinks that it's one China, all these places that they're colonizing, including Taiwan. They think that it's all one China, but I've heard about it, and What do I wait, let's see. Oh, okay. How much influence does China have? Especially when it's included in contracts and so on. Like, I think that China has, China kind of holds you in their ideas, that they make sure that you don't go against them. And so if you violate that, of course, you get in trouble. And China just complains to anything, even to our political events. Like Chinese foreign ministry, Chinese foreign ministry, it complains to our events, through our foreign ministry and so on. So they're really sensitive, and it's interesting how much they care. Okay, let's go to the next one. Do you think Suga is going to be another revolving doors prime minister? Revolving door, like kaiten door, like changes fast. It's such a poetic expression, and I'm not sure, but
だから、なんか安倍さんが何のかってことを言ってたら、要するにプーチンとメドベージェフみたいな。プーチンがメドベージェフのことプーチンがなったみたいに、安倍さんがやって菅さんにやったら、安倍さんが何のかってことを聞きたい。
Do you mean that Prime Minister Suga is the Prime Minister now, and the former Prime Minister Abe would come back, and then Suga and Abe and that sort of stuff? Let's see. But some conservatives think of that. Like, they love former Prime Minister Abe so much that they say that, but we don't think that it would happen. Okay, so Ohayo. Ohayo. Yeah, so this is the one that we were talking about. VR tubers. Yeah. I heard about it. So the person Bimun Khan is talking about the same thing, and Trump seems to be doing okay. Yes, I think so, and I hope so. And it's interesting because America is such a advanced country when it comes to medical things, so I think that there are many scenarios, like people think about, like, all these different people look at the same thing, that Trump has COVID-19 now, and people react differently, how this will influence the election and so on. And what I'm hoping is that now that it's like the whatever he used to treat his body, like, it's President Trump who is proving that it works. So it is really powerful and amazing, I think. And when he rises, oh my gosh, that's gonna inspire a lot of people. Like, there are so many people that have either passed away or have gone through this sickness and or virus, and many people are scared and so on. And if maybe President Trump has to go through this, because he is there always as a hope for Americans and all the people in the world. So maybe, whatever superpower is giving him this opportunity. I really hope that he will survive this, though. China say Japan will lose everything and die. That what China say about you? What do you think, Yoko? Ooh, China say something die. I'm not quite getting what you mean, I'm afraid. Not too sure what you mean by that. Japan will lose everything. China is wanting our island, by the way, Senkaku Islands, as I repeatedly telling you. Oh, wait, do I see a super chat? Where? Oh, a new one. Yay, thank you. Panger Band's Quest. Always. Thank you so much. I enjoyed your protest. Wait, I need to show that. I enjoyed your protest coverage. Do you think it had the impact you wanted? Was there any news coverage in the Japanese press? Yes, there have been. 出たよね。
全国ニュースで、短いけど。
So October 1st, when China established China 71 years ago, that's what we were protesting against. We were protesting against CCP, and we held this gathering in the National Diet together with 10 National Diet members. 10人?
本人はね。
Yeah, like 10 National Diet members, and with also there were secretaries who showed up as like another 10 National Diet members showed their agreement and so on. So 20 National Diet members included. So in total. And my husband, Hidetoshi Ishii, was the Secretary General of the event as the executive committee. So he was the one who talked to all these leaders from all these nation states, and he made it happen. But anyway, so yeah, we had that event, and later that day we went to protest in front of the Chinese embassy, and we protested, and we people protested, and I was live streaming. And yes, both of that got on one of our news outlets, and they showed the gathering scene and the protest scene. It was on TV, and many people, it's nationwide, so I'm pretty sure that many people saw it. It was along the side of the US election, actually, and there's a their narrative was this. So Biden did well in the debate. That's the take that they have. But yeah, Biden did well. However, there is this wind for him. There's this something is working in favor for President Trump, and that is his anti-CCP, anti-China policy. And then our event came in, our footage came in. And usually, there are lots of, our friends, from Tibet, Uyghurs, Southern Mongolia, Hong Kong, Taiwan, they are protesting often, and also there are lots of Japanese people that are protesting against China, very often. However, it's rare that those get on TV. However, we did it in a way of how liberals like it. The liberal people love the viewpoint of human rights. So what we did was very effective, even though we were expressing what we are concerned about and all these threats and damages by China. At the same time, it was fulfilling what liberals want in reporting. So that's why we got on the TV, and also we got on newspaper as well. Two companies, and it's both nationwide. So it was really, really effective, and we want to do more. Yeah. So yeah, and it's all thanks to people like you guys who are supporting us. So thank you so much again. So thank you, Panger, for your super chat. Okay. Aloha, Yoko. What are your thoughts on ACB? ACB? There has been numerous reports of Dems hating the voted vote, but GOP senators are looking at confirming Barrett before November 3rd. What is ACB? Oh, is that? I don't know. Election thing? Not sure. Vaccines? Sorry, I'm not sure. 軽音好きですか? I've never, is it an anime? I know, I've heard about it, but I don't know. I don't know about entertainment kind of things. Amy Coney Barrett, the elected Supreme Court picked by Trump. What do I think about her? So we want to rather know what you guys think of her, because like all we can tell is that she's gifted and she's young and so on, but we are coming from another country and we don't have much information, and so if you guys can let me know. But at the same time though, we know how much it means to America and how important that is to you, so it's not like we don't care. We do care, but we want to know how she is and how she's received and so on. So let me know what you think of ACB. It's so interesting that Americans like to abbreviate all these things. And so in Japan, the Supreme Court situation has been on the news like nonstop since the former one passed away. It's been on the news. But because, as I said, our media is all left biased, so everything that we hear about the Supreme Court is all like left narrative. So how President Trump, Trump team, they're explaining how Trump team would take the advantage of the situation and so on. So we need to establish I really hope either Breitbart or Fox News would make a Japanese branch, because we need that, and there's lots of demand. The conservative community is small when you think about all this nation, like Japan as a country, but politically we are strong. So there is the demand. So tell all your conservative media outlets to establish a Japanese branch. Okay, please. I will help you in any way possible. She's not a lefty, so she is better than the alternative. Oh, I see. Yeah, I want to know more. Let's see. If you have any questions, leave in the chat so I will read. I'm sure the feminists here in America absolutely adore her. Mrs. Is that how? I don't know the middle school level English in Japan. Mrs. あれ、ミセスって読むんだっけ？ミセスだっけ？Barrett. The feminists here also adore, feminists adore her? I see. Oh, that was sarcasm. Oh, I see. 皮肉で書いて。
女性なんだから。若い女性。フェミニストは応援したらいいじゃんみたいな。女性だろうみたいな。いいじゃんみたいな。
My husband just explained your sarcasm. Me being Japanese, I don't get sarcasm very well because we don't have the culture of sarcasm here. But anyway, he just explained, and it's pretty much like what of course she's a female, so she should be, adored and praised by the left feminists, but she's not, I'm guessing. And it's the same, like we have, I actually tweeted this recently, but our national diet member, a conservative one in LDP named Mio Sugita, she is having she gets bullied so much from the left media. The left media always say how there are not enough number of female national diet members, but they bully female national diet members always. Like I was like, I laid out all the names, like all these national diet members that are bullied by the media, and it's like every time it's like female. It's crazy. And this one in particular, Ms. Sugita, she knows us and all, like we're all friends and everything, but she's a conservative, so sometimes she goes really strongly about gender issues and so on, and then she gets bashed like crazy. And so I'm like, stop bullying females, and I'm saying like, oh, like leftists should stop being anti, what do you say, like females. So I'm the true, like I really think about females so deeply. So Random Yoko is the best. Yay! Okay. I'm like going back and forth in the comments. Sorry. So, is this BLM thing still active in Japan? I don't think so now. 今ある BLM? ないよね。Yeah, like when it started in America, like George Floyd incident, when that happened, our leftists, like Antifa type of people, jumped on it, and I made lots of videos back then, but that's like the only time for a month or so it was really active. But after that, like we started to see all these riots in the States, like Molotov cocktails and like all these fires and everything, and like clearly lots of violence is going on. And communists here are deep down, they are very violent. They eventually want to like have a revolution, and they will use whatever it takes, so meaning violence. So we know how they think, but in Japan, it's a taboo to use violence or even mention using force. So they've been really staying low right now. They are not showing any support for BLM or nobody. I don't see any more of those BLM people in Japan. I'm not sure about foreigners though, but at least for Japanese community, I don't see leftists doing those. Let's see. I was gonna something came up on my mind now talking about BLM. Oh, Joshua Wong. If you look at Hong Kong though, Joshua Wong, the symbolic guy standing up against CCP's dictatorship and communism, he is supporting BLM, and he was on the live stream with one of the, I don't even know how to read her name, Patricia or something like that. Patricia. There's one of the leaders of BLM, like the founders, Joshua Wong, and her and this other author had a live stream. And because Joshua Wong clearly shows support for BLM, and it's really tricky, but just remember that in Hong Kong, there are Democrats, like Chinese-minded Democrats that just want democracy in Hong Kong. And there are others, those are Hong Konger-minded, like they are proud Hong Konger, and they don't think of themselves as Chinese. So they want independence. They want to be detached from China and be independent and so on. So we need to, if you remember that, this whole Joshua Wong thing you will understand that. And that's very good. BLM is not completely represented in Japan. Yeah. There are lots of conservative people that understand English that are translating all these tweets about BLM, and also about President Trump and so on. There are several accounts that are translating for people. So it has lots of retweets, like hundreds of or thousands of retweets. And so we are very informed. Oh, it's been 40 minutes, so I have to go in 20 minutes. Let's okay. Zachary asks, are you in favor of repealing Article 9 of the Japanese Constitution in favor of an actual military of Japan? I am in favor because I would want Japan to be able to keep China in check. Yes, I want to repeal Article 9. Yeah, like it has to be gone. Yes, it's limiting us. So, okay. Matt G asks, can you talk about Japanese military rearming itself? 武装、再武装。日本が軍を持つことについて。So, we do have self-defense force, but... So it's like we have our military, but we don't have the ability to actually use it. So only when we are attacked, we can protect ourselves and use our force. But again, even our citizens have been abducted by North Korea, and they are still there in North Korea, like Japanese people, innocent Japanese people. They are trapped, like stuck in North Korea, and it's like attack, right? That's terrorism, kidnapping our people, but our country is not doing anything. So it's all about what you think about that. But you were talking about rearming, so だけど再武装なんだよね。Yeah. We do want our military, but first, though, realistically speaking, we need to be doing what we can with the current set of environment, meaning that, like, for example, we could boost our defense budget to 2%, which is the international standard, like 2% of GDP. That's the international standards among the military, and that's the request from the US. But our budget right now is only like 1%. And so it's like we have to double it. And we are not doing that. And if we do, though, there are lots of other things that we could do without even rearming ourselves. But me, personally, I do want my country to have the military. Let's see.
Japan bought some F-35.
Japan? Oh yeah. Japan bought some F-35 stealth jets from the US. Very good planes. Thank you. Yeah, we will be using that. Is this lady Yuri Kochiyama well known these days in Japan? Never heard. I don't know what kind of lady that is. Lady. The self-defense force is simply not enough. I know. But if our country though is largely affected or influenced by voices overseas. So if you guys request Japan to be rearmed, then I know that people here can't ignore. It's interesting. Like our outer pressure is more effective than us voicing our own voice, because like you guys have white guilt, we have war guilt. So whenever we talk about going into war or fighting against CCP physically and so on, it gets bashed like so crazy. So let's see. Oh yeah, here. Why is there still a communist organization in Japan? Are they pro CCP? No. 日本の共産党のことは中国共産党と対立している。The Japanese Communist Party is actually not in a good relationship with CCP right now, it seems. Because so the reason why our Communist Party here in Japan is not in a good relationship with Chinese one is because back in, I don't know when, decades ago, when Stalin died, the Japanese Communist Party, when Stalin died, the Soviet Union and China had issues, and around that time, the Japanese Communist Party supported the Soviet Union, not China. So our problems are coming from there historically. And so like sometimes our Communist Party does support CCP, but other times like, they go against. So it's hard to read what's going on and so on. But what it means though is that, of course, as you wrote, they are a communist organization still. And so, yeah, I don't know. But the reason why we still keep the party as it is because that's how we can spot communists way easier. Like let them say whatever they want, and so that we can see what they're doing and all these people that are, attached to them and so on. It's easier. Oh, let's see. Oh, Will Smith, thank you for your super chat. Hey, Yoko, greetings from Charlesto or Charlesto? Let's see, South Carolina? Subscribed in 2016. Oh, thank you. Trump 2020. What a ride it's been. I know, right? Oh, wait. I was not showing your comments the whole time. Sorry. Yeah, what a ride. It's like so dramatic. A lot of things have happened. But the difference from 2016, at least in Japan, is that back in 2015 or 16, I was such a minority to support President Trump. Like people here had no idea what kind of battle that Americans are having. And so I was desperately trying to explain what's going on in the US, like all this, socialism or communism threat and so on. And, how President Trump, not only that, he's fighting against the establishment and so forth. And I was explaining that, and also, even about national security for us, it works in favor for us. And people didn't get him back then, because it's President Trump who is exposing all these problems in the world that he started to talk about. President Trump started to talk about the mainstream media problem and all these problems by China, and he expresses in such a simple way, and that people even here started to understand gradually. And today he is supported way more. And so we are in this together, and we are really, Japanese people love President Trump. So yeah, I really want Americans to know that, like, you're not alone. The world is watching the biggest country on earth. So yeah, like, even not us Japanese, but all these people from Asia, other places of Asia, are supporting President Trump. So you really need to look at the world and see that you have allies, and it's rather, the leftist people in America that are weird, so if you look at globally, things are different. So yeah, okay, thank you again. And Nankin was a hoax. Oh, thank you for knowing that. Not many people, like, that is actually, like, the first thing that got me into all this political things, right when I started, right when I began to understand what's going on in my country, like all this anti-Japan education and so on. The Nankin massacre was the first thing that caught my attention. Like my father said that there was not that kind of massacre. I was like, huh? Like, I learned that in school, So I have to debunk myself and read a lot of sources, and man, yeah. So it's really like ground shaking, like my world changed since then. So, yeah. Japan has a 5 strong military. Oh yeah. Yoko, you're ahead of your time. I know. I am in Tokyo right now. We were here for a couple of days to have political events, and we're flying back in a few hours. So I'm live streaming from my hotel, and yeah, I have to leave in actually in 10 minutes or so. And we have to get on a plane, so we have to leave this hotel. It's only today that I changed the time. This is an emergency situation. It's so sorry for your inconvenience. So next week, it's the same time. It's 11 p.m. your time. Okay. So thank you for coming out, though. Regardless, let's see. Have you read Yukio Mishima's anti-revolutionary writings? If so, what do you think? 反革命の三島由紀夫の読んだ？
まあ、革命宣言ね。読んだよ、俺、昔。
I've never read it, but my husband has, and he said that he read it 20 years ago. Such an old man. But what do you think? なんて、どう思って？
ちょっと覚えてないな。まあ、とにかく、
He doesn't even remember.
左翼のね、今とかと違って左翼がすごい強かった。
It's from when the leftists here were very strong, so it's a little different. But yeah, 60s and 70s. Yeah, really, leftists were really violent. Like violent enough to kill the cops and so on. So it's kind of, like BLM maybe. Really, really violent, like non-Japanesey, from our perspective. Let's see. If you have questions, leave me, because I have to leave in 7. What, Rambi? You're 23. So young. So young. So young, man. That's awesome that you are young and you are aware, like politically aware of these things. Like Japanese people, we somehow, like, our country is pretty peaceful, like mostly, or we don't notice. So people are not interested in politics, but yeah. Yes, I'm a very I'm a very young conservative. Awesome. We need more of those. Wait, what? You're 18? What the hell? You're 18? Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm blushing because I feel like I don't know, it's like a crime talking to young people. Wait. Ueno? Oh, Dick, you're 23 as well. Man, you guys are young. 20? Oh my gosh. 30? Oh my gosh, I'm the oldest. Oh no, he is. Oh my, you're 30? Do you miss being 3 really? I don't miss being young though. Like it was good. Like I had energy and so on, and that's the good part about being youthful, but I was so dumb back then. So man, I don't want to go back. 26. Oh my gosh, guys, you guys are like so freaking young. Oh my god. 66. Yay! Yay! My people. Sorry, I'm a 46. Yay! I'm like crying. I'm crying, man. Oh, it's so funny. Wait, what? We have 26 but feels 46. Interesting. I am vampire and age 32 years old. Oh, I win because I'm 4,000 years old. That's what I feel like. 30. Oh my gosh, you guys are young, man. Man, like seriously, I don't know why. Like I cried so much. You guys are young. This is so hopeful, guys. Guess how old my husband is? So random. My husband is 9 years older than me, so it's like there's a generation gap, you know, which he doesn't want to admit. So he's an old guy. It was funny though. Oh, you were 38. Yay, my generation. It's I don't remember when was it? August 16th or so. We held a protest in Fukuoka, right in front of the Chinese consulate, and I live streamed from there. And there was this 70-something-year-old lady who was protesting. Like she held the microphone and she was making a speech and so on against China. And she later came to my husband and said, like, "Are you a student?" You know? We're like, what? For her, my husband is 40-something now. So, and the 70-year-something old lady was like, "Are you a student too?" She said that to a 40-something-year-old. That's so crazy, man. How old are you? 44. Yeah, turning 44. How do you know 44? Wow, such a great hunch or calculation. I don't know. He's Generation X and you are millennial. Yeah, I think so. We do have that way of calling as well here in Japan, that we have generations, and like baby boomers are the same, but after that we have a little bit of different things as well. But millennial, yeah, that's my generation, I'm afraid. Your husband is young at heart. Yeah, a little too young. My dad, 10 years older than my mom. Oh, good. Yeah, it works somehow. I think it's better. It can be better because we can blame on the age, you know, like, oh, like sometimes we can be stupid to each other, right? Like once one person doesn't like the other person's attitude or something, and then we can be like, he's too old, just too old, you know, and he can be like, she's too young, she doesn't know, you know, so it can work. Oh, are you LDP members? No. We were members of this other conservative party, and the party was gone. We lost the party, our party. And so LDP, of course, stands for Liberal Democratic Party, and inside the party there are lots of, pro-China type of leftists, and also just moderate leftists like liberals and so on, from neutral people and everything. So they're not conservative, and we wanted our own like conservative party. So yeah, how'd you meet? We met during all this political activity. So yeah, like it's funny though, like we are a married couple and all we talk about is politics. So it's not like there's no like romantic. This guy is not romantic, so okay. You need a young wife too. Yeah. Oh, Yoko, you look like you're in mid-20s. That is the greatest comment ever. And I feel old to say that. Thank you, though. Well, you are 33. Yeah, my generation. Your generation is messed up. Too many leftists. Yeah, I feel it too. I feel like, this internet generation, like digital native people, like those who are just like a lot of you, like in the 20s and so on, are lucky because you have the internet. But when we were growing up, internet came around when I was like in later elementary school. Like it was starting to commonly spread, and then when I was 15, I started to use the internet like every day. Like it was still a dial up, like not fast internet. It's just using the phone line and so on. It was really slow, but yeah, so we didn't have much information back then. So yeah, generations from us to above we are biased. Okay, anyway, it's been an hour now, so I have to go. Yeah, Kim Jong is still alive somehow. It's so weird. He could be dead by now. I don't know. It could be like a double something. I forget. Okay. Yes. I remember dial-up here. Oh, T-Bone, hello. What's up, Cookie? Oh my gosh, you just came in here, right? I am so sorry. Trump, fine, he make 10 videos. Yeah, he's good, so that's good. But hey, guess what? I'm live streaming from my hotel, and today we have to, go back. We have to go back to Fukuoka, our hometown, so like where we are living. So now I actually have to go. This live stream started an hour ago, and I have to go. So sorry, guys. Next week, though, it will come back to normal, and I'll be live streaming from 11 p.m. EST. So please join me. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, guys. I don't want to leave, but I have to. I have to get on a plane. So bye. I will. Sayonara. At the Chinese embassy protest, somebody said, "Sayonara, CCP." It was so funny. Like, goodbye, and ended the protest too. So that was really funny. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. You guys, thank you for your young vibes and energy. Okay. Is there any news source I can find on the internet that reported the Chinese embassy? Oh, you can scroll back my Twitter feed. What's up, husband? He's good. He needs to put on his pants. I must go. Thank you, guys. I'm just reading your comments really, really fast. Okay, got to the bottom. So thank you guys so much for watching. And so next week, the usual time. Okay, so I will talk to you then. Okay, so be well and let's pray for President Trump to get better soon. Okay, we are wishing from Japan. So thanks again for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!